For you.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll be there.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It is so nice to see you here. And we're going to start tonight with our flag salute. And while I would normally delegate out, it will be my honor to lead this audience and my colleagues here in our Pledge of Allegiance tonight. So please stand. Right hand over your heart. Ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Thank you. We'll go ahead and move on to our roll call.
Yes, Commissioner Deutsch is absent. Vice Chair Evanthof?
Here?
Commissioner Lectors?
Here.
Chair Pastorian?
Present.
Commissioner Steve?
Here.
And Commissioner Wilson?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any public comments on non-agenda items?
We do. We have three. Our first public comment is from Arch Atchison, and each speaker will have 3 minutes. Thank you.
We kind of chose this community because of its diversity. And I'm here tonight just to say thank you. I'm saddened that this is the last time this commission is going to be meeting because I think you've done a wonderful job of helping to uplift this community to show the diversity. We're multicultural, multiracial. We're people of all different backgrounds. And that's what makes this town strong. A few years ago, our theme for this town was love. And what you've done in these last few years is to create a spirit of that love and understanding that I want you to know that many of us appreciate. So thank you so much for what you've done.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Jillian Larson, to be followed by Cecilia Birch.
Good evening, Chair, Council of the City, what do you guys call it? Community Services Commissioners, and of course, your Director and Secretary. I'm also here today because I didn't want to miss it, and I'm going to read it again. I wanted to be here this evening to express a very big and heartfelt thank you to all of you serving on the commissions now and those that have served before. I remember watching the formation of REDI back in 2020 and feeling both delighted and inspired. It was exciting to see the creation of a commission dedicated to reaching out into our wonderfully diverse city, listening to residents, understanding their perspective, and learning what they hope to see in Temecula to reflect who they are and what they need. The introductory slides presented in August 2020 clearly outlined REDI's purpose to listen to our residents and make recommendations of issues of diversity and inclusion within city events, services, programs, and policies while enhancing community relations. Despite some early resistance from parts of the community who couldn't yet see the broader value of the word diversity, the commissioners weathered that storm. You became the eyes and ears of our people, gathering ideas and bringing them thoughtfully back to the City Council. Thank you for that. REDI was tasked with presenting monthly proclamations honoring diverse groups within our city. Month after month, you excelled. Your ACE approach truly said it all. Acknowledge, celebrate, and educate about the rich diversity that makes Temecula so special. The City Council chambers opened their doors and REDI opened their arms, welcoming each group as we celebrated their culture, history, and contributions to our city. Thank you for that. Although REDI has now been disbanded, it won't be forgotten. The dedication, compassion, and talent of many of you will continue to make a difference through the newly formed Temecula GPAC. Thank you all. You truly aced every month. Thank you.
Thank you. Our final speaker under non-agenda is Cecilia Birch. Cecilia Birch.
Good evening, and echoing great gratitude for everything that you've done. I'm here representing the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Committee from the Center for Spiritual Living in Temecula. And our congregation is diverse. We have people with different political beliefs, we have people with different spiritual beliefs, but we all come together under one umbrella, and that is what your commission has brought to this community. The proclamations recognizing different groups, different celebrations have been wonderful. It's honoring the diverse tradition that is here. And we are saddened that the commission is not continuing in this iteration, but looking forward to what iteration it will be continuing in. So thank you so much for everything you've done.
Chair Pastorian, we do have one more under non-agenda. Eric Faulkner.
Hello, my friends. How y'all doing today? Let me tone it down a little bit. I'm a little loud. I want to thank you for everything you've done since you've been serving on the REDI Commission. Since its inception, you have been amazing. You have provided a space for all to be recognized and accepted and to be a voice for the voiceless. So I just thank you for the work you've done, to City Clerk Joel and to Commission Secretary Erica Ramirez. What an amazing job. So look forward to how we continue to recognize all those in these categories that you've done well in celebrating when we bring them here when they go back to City Council. So we're looking forward to seeing all those proclamations being read there and celebrated there, but let it be known that you set a tone and you set a position to where that people that live in this city feel respected and welcomed. So thank you so much for what you do and what you're going to continue to do even outside of this. It doesn't stop here. You didn't do this because of, you came on this commission because you wanted to make a difference. And that difference doesn't stop when you stop being a REDI commissioner. That continues to go in our community, being that voice, being active and engaged, and then again, being the eyes and ears for the city to ensure that we have a great community and we continue to support each other and we continue to make sure this is a city for all residents. So thank you so much and appreciate everything you've done. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we move to the consent calendar and get the approval for the minutes, please? Motion.
So moved.
Thank you. Anyone? Second.
I'm sorry, that was a motion by Vice Chair Evantov and a second by Chair Pastorian.
Correct.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll take a roll call vote. Vice Chair Evantov,
Aye.
Commissioner Lecters,
Aye.
Chair Pastorian,
Aye.
Commissioner Steed,
Aye.
and Commissioner Wilson.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to go and move into our main event for the evening, which is our proclamation for Native American Heritage Month. It is, as always, a very warm and welcoming feeling to see in this room a group of people united under diversity. And tonight we celebrate certainly our founders of this area here and recognize all of our indigenous tribes. So tonight, I ask if we have any staff reports on Native American Heritage Month to continue our celebration.
Sure. Chairwoman, we actually have our video that we have come to show at each of these celebrations. So Chris is in the back. Chris, if we can play the video.
November marks an important time of year for Indigenous people, Native American Heritage Month. All month long, we celebrate and honor the first peoples of these lands that we now call the United States.
This moment isn't just for Indigenous people to celebrate our history, culture, and traditions.
It's also a time to educate others about our tribal nations and to recognize all that we've accomplished and contributed to society, and that we are still here.
Who exactly is considered Indigenous? And what are the terms used for the different groups from various regions?
And when did this yearly cultural celebration become official? Ayuki, hello. I'm Kiara Sotile.
And I'm Alyssa Yakidi London, Tlingit Ayakhat.
I'm proud to be Karuk.
I am a member of the Tlingit tribe of Alaska.
We're going to break it all down for you in this episode of Understanding Native American Heritage. Our Native American heritage has always been something to celebrate. But when was it officially recognized on the calendar? To answer that, we have to go back to the early 1900s.
In 1914, Red Fox James, a Blackfoot Native American, rode on horseback across America, rallying state governments to approve an official day to honor Native Americans.
A year later, with support from 24 states, he presented his proposal at the White House, but there's no record that anything came of it. Then, 1 year later, the state of New York declared the first recorded American Indian Day in May 1916. But it wasn't until 1990 that President George H.W. Bush officially made it a month.
Now let's talk about who are Indigenous people. Some prefer the term Native American, others use American Indians. Other identifiers are location specific, like Alaska Natives, which refers to Indigenous people of Alaska, or First Nations, the First Peoples in Canada.
Many Indigenous people like to identify by their tribal affiliations, like Navajo Nation or Dene people, Karuk, Puyallup, Tlingit, or Seminole.
And since there are 574 federally recognized tribes across the country and 229 in Alaska alone, and even more seeking federal recognition, the best thing to do is ask how we choose to identify. I prefer to identify as Alaska Native and Tlingit.
I go by Karuk, but to me, American Indian and Native American are also interchangeable.
Some people might imagine we all live on reservations, but actually only about 22% of Native Americans actually live on reservations.
The other 78% of us live all over the country and the world.
We've been a part of the fabric of this land for so long before it was ever called the United States, and we continue to make our mark today.
Last year, Secretary Deb Haaland became the first Native American cabinet secretary.
She later swore in the first Native American director of the national parks, Charles F. Sams III.
The historic first continued this year. Representative Mary Peltola became the first Alaska Native elected to the U.S. House.
Mohegan Chief Marilyn Malerba, the first Native American to serve as Treasurer of the United States.
And just last month, astronaut Nicole Mann, the first Native American woman to go to space.
So what does all of this tell us? Indigenous heritage is ingrained in the very land we stand on, and our influence is felt across every part of this country.
From our sacred traditions to our distinct tribal nations and languages, there's space to celebrate and honor what it means to be Indigenous, what it means to be Native American, and what it means to be American Indian, Alaska Native, First Nations, and many others.
Thank you. With that, Commissioner Evantall, will you give us a little history?
Give you guys a little history as soon as I figure out how to, after 3 years, learn how to use the mic. Sorry. Well, anyway, happy Native American History Month. We don't always say it, but we should always remember that we live, work, and play as Temeculans on ancestral tribal lands. And with that, on a national scale, the Navajo Nation made up the largest share of the American Indian population alone at 14.6%, followed by the Cherokee at 10%, Choctaw at 3.2%, and Lumbee Tribe of North Carolina at 2.5%. About 9.9% of the American Indian population lived in California, according to the 2020 census. Now, I'm going to apologize up front for mispronouncing this, but I'm going to do my best. The Payom Kawichum, or the people of the West, are made up of 7 bands that include Pechanga, Pama, Pala, Rincon, San Luis Rey, La Jolla, and Saboba. For more than 10,000 years, the Pechanga Band of Indians has called the Temecula Valley home. There are 574 federally recognized tribes in the United States, and among the federally recognized tribes, there are 347 Indian tribes within the contiguous 48 states, 227 Alaska Native villages and tribal entities within the state of Alaska. California has the largest population, or largest number of federally recognized tribes at 109 in the lower 40 states, which includes numerous rancherias and small reservations. Now, please understand that we only touch just a small fraction of Native American history, and this. In 1924, the U.S. Congress passes the Indian Citizenship Act, granting citizenship to all Native Americans born in the territorial limits of the country. 1924, it's not that long ago. 1929, Charles Curtis serves as the first Native American U.S. Vice President under President Hoover. Native American Awareness Week was first designated under President Gerald Ford in 1976, and the recognition is expanded as American Indian Heritage Month in 1990. Pechanga Cultural Center is opened in 2007, and the Pechanga purchases the Puesca Mountain in 2012. As I said, we're only touching a very small fraction, otherwise we'd be here all night. And then, of course, Representative Deb Haaland of New Mexico is confirmed as the Secretary of the Interior, making her the first Native American to lead a cabinet agency. Final message. Well, while the history of the Native American nations can be rather solemn, today and this month we celebrate the endurance, the persistence, and the cultures of Native Americans throughout the nation. And to that we say Happy Native American Heritage Month. Let's ace it, let's acknowledge, celebrate, and educate. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Eventov. With that, I believe we have some further presentations, comments.
We do. So we actually have a few individuals in the audience with us tonight that are here in person because they wanted to go ahead and share some thoughts. And Supervisor Chuck Washington, you have been with us since the very beginning, sir. So it is fitting that you are here tonight. If you would like to go ahead and share some words, we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. It's always a pleasure to revisit these chambers. It's a privilege to be with you this evening as we celebrate Native American Heritage Month, a time to honor the rich cultures, traditions, and lasting contributions of Native Americans and Indigenous peoples throughout our region and across the country. Here in the 3rd District, we are especially proud to recognize the Cahuilla Band of Indians, the Pechanga Band of Indians, and the Ramona Band of Cahuilla Indians, whose history runs deep in this land, going back more than 10,000 years. Their leadership, resilience, and care for this region continue to guide us all. As County Supervisor, I take great pride in the strong partnerships we have built between the tribes and the County of Riverside. Those relationships are built on mutual respect, shared goals, and a deep appreciation for the heritage that connects us. The REDI Commission has carried the essence of that spirit, creating spaces for understanding, respect, and connection among all who call Temecula home. You've sparked meaningful conversations and strengthened the bonds of community. As this is the Commission's final meeting, I want to personally thank each of you for your time, your service, and your commitment to making Temecula a place where everyone feels that they belong. It is my honor to present each of you with a certificate of recognition, a small token of appreciation for the big difference you've made. I've given them to the city clerk pass on to you later. Thank you again for your dedication and carrying the values of respect, equity, and inclusion into the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Washington. It's always a joy to see you. And then our mayor, Mayor Kalpis, is here tonight too and would like to offer a few words as well. Welcome, Mayor Kalpis.
Good evening. It's interesting being on this side of the dais here. I usually don't write things down because I like to go off the cuff, but I want to make sure I didn't miss anything tonight. So good evening, Chair, Vice Chair, Commissioners, Randy and Erica. Good to see you all. I want to start off by saying that we are grateful to celebrate Native American Heritage Month here in Temecula. I want to thank all of the students who are part of all the Native American Heritage Clubs who represent our First Peoples here in Temecula, the Pechanga tribe. We have a holiday here in Temecula, Pechanga Puesca Mountain Day, which we celebrate every November 15th, honoring the Pechanga people and thanking them for saving the quality of life that we enjoy here in Temecula. We are deeply grateful for the government-to-government relationship we have and the personal relationships we have developed over the years. Being born and raised here in Temecula, I've had the privilege of growing up alongside many tribal members. This month, we celebrate you, but really every day of the year, we recognize how fortunate Temecula is to have the culture of Pechanga here in our valley. And we will continue to honor and respect the Pechanga people. And if you've watched the city council meeting recently, you've seen that I've switched out my traditional mayor gavel for a Native American gavel, representing that every decision that we make as a city council and as a city, we have to think about our partners, the Pechanga tribe. And that was a great a gift that I truly cherish that was presented to me by the tribal council. So truly a meaningful relationship that we have developed over the years. And I'm grateful on behalf of the city to have Native American Heritage Month here in Temecula and to have our partners in the Pechanga here. And I see Tribleman Vasquez here as well, to have them here in Temecula. Lastly, to the REDI commissioners, you know, when I first came on council, I knew a few of you, but over the years, I've developed a relationship with you, and I've seen the contributions that you've contributed to our city and to our community. And I know that although this may be the last REDI Commission meeting, this won't be the last time that we see you all. So I just want to thank you for the value that you have added to our community, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you in future capacities, whichever that may be. Thank you very much.
And we also have 3 of our other council members here, and I certainly want to give them an opportunity as well. In no specific order alphabetically, I'll go ahead and invite you up to share a few words if possible. So Councilmember Ron, I see you here, followed by Councilmember Schwenk, followed by Councilmember Stewart. And thank you, all 3 of you, for being here in person tonight.
All right. Well, yeah, it is weird being on this side. Thank you all for joining us this evening, and especially recognizing our friends at Pechanga and the importance of this month. I'm glad to see the proclamations, end with this one, because I think this is a very important relationship in our community, and has through Liberty Quarry and Puesca Mountain Day and other relationships really grown to make this city a better place to live. And so it's nice to recognize this month and build upon that relationship. And I just want to say thank you all to the commissioners as well. This was a hard thing to discuss as a council, and it's not one of these things that I ever wanted to see let go. I think the role you all played in our city has been a vital one, and helped us navigate some very interesting and very challenging times in our community. I hope to be able to identify some path forward for all of us to continue this dialogue and this, I think, important contribution to the city of Temecula. But I really appreciate your commitment to the community and dedication to helping it make Temecula the wonderful place it is. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Councilmember Schwenk. It is fun to see all of you on the other side of the podium tonight.
Yeah, we could get used to this, right? So I just want to say thank you. It's truly an honor and a privilege to be here tonight as we celebrate Native American Heritage Month. I feel blessed every single day that you all continue to share with us, and I think that's very important, that we get to learn. We have an opportunity every single day to learn about your heritage, culture, traditions, and I take that very seriously because I do appreciate that. I think it is extremely meaningful to our community. So we're here tonight to celebrate. This is going to be a fun celebration and an evening of learning. So my hope is in years past we've had presentations or student groups and things like that. So to be able to learn is the utmost importance to me. So I'm looking forward to that. So again, very excited to be here. I think for the REDI Commission, I'm going to save my more long-winded comments for my council comments. But I really want to just end on a positive note and say thank you all for the work that you've done in our community, and I know that you will continue to do in our community. And I'll leave it at that. I want to thank Director Joel for her hard work standing this commission up in very tumultuous times and doing the work, the daily work, to make our community a better place. Because you all have done that, and you all continue to do that. And let's look forward to coming together and continuing to come together as a community and celebrate everything that makes this place such a wonderful place that we all decided to live here, right? So thank you all. Thanks.
Welcome, Councilmember Stewart.
Well, I too want to thank the Pechanga tribe for being here today as our representative of our Native American culture here in Temecula. And I have a history page that I do 3 times a week here in Temecula, and I've done a very fraction, the most minute amount that I know about the Pechanga tribe. And every time I post it, people are so enthralled by it. So the interest, the love for the tribe is really real here in Temecula. And so I truly appreciate you guys being here, and I think it's a great honor that we have Native American History Month for our local tribes especially. And for the REDI Commission, just thank you. You know, it's always good for a city to look inward, and that's what you guys did for us. So thank you for all the work you guys did, all the hard work that you guys did, because I know you guys put in a lot of time. Several of you were here from the very beginning, and so just thank you for all you've done. So thank you.
Chair Pastorian, with that, if you would like to read the proclamation, we have our Great Oak High School Indigenous Peoples Club here that would go ahead and like to share some information right after you read the proclamation.
Thank you. For tonight, it's my pleasure and honor to read this evening's proclamation. Whereas the history and culture of our great nation have been significantly influenced by Native Americans and indigenous peoples, and whereas the rich and diverse culture, traditions, and histories of Native Americans have been celebrated throughout the United States and beyond, and whereas Native American Awareness Week was first designated in 1976 under President Gerald Ford, and whereas the recognition was expanded in 1990 as National American Indian Heritage Month, and later in 2009 as National Native American Heritage Month. And whereas to date, there are 574 federally recognized Native American tribes in the United States, and whereas locally the Pechanga Band of Indians has called the Temecula Valley home for more than 10,000 years. And whereas Native American individuals and families are an integral part of the fabric of the community and contribute to its overall economy and quality of life. And whereas Native American community members are represented in the public and private sector as professionals, business owners, educators, students, volunteers, veterans, and more. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Brendan Kalfas, on behalf of the City of Temecula, hereby proclaim the month of November to be National Native American Heritage Month, and urge all citizens to observe this month with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. With that, I believe we have a presentation.
Yeah, so with that, we have several proclamations at the front of the podium, to the side of the podium there, and we would love to hear from the Indigenous Peoples Club of Great Oak High School. Welcome.
Good evening. I'm Emery Schaefer. I'm Cupeño of the Paula Band of Mission Indians and Pomo of the Round Valley Indian Tribes. I am a senior at Great Oak High School and the president of the Indigenous Peoples Club. At Great Oak, we work to educate our peers on Indigenous American cultures. I'm here on behalf of not only my club, but the Indigenous people of Temecula to accept this proclamation of recognition announcing November as Native American Heritage Month. As a student in leadership, this recognition holds so much importance, not only for me, but for all Native American students, communities, and individuals in the city of Temecula. This proclamation helps create a bridge of understanding and strengthens the relationships among Temecula residents, regardless of cultural backgrounds. Thank you all for this heartfelt acknowledgement.
Miliama Mayum, Palov Tukbal. Hello and good evening, everyone. Notong Dalen Tamaya Vilabos Vasquez Yaka, non Panchangoish. My name is Dalen Tamaya Vilabos Vasquez, and I am from Pachanga. I just want to say I am very grateful to be joining everyone today, and I have a few words that I wish to speak. It is currently November, which also means is Native Heritage Month. I wish to express that I'm very honored for the opportunity to witness and participate in receiving the proclamation alongside my family and peers. I would like to thank and acknowledge the City of Temecula for recognizing this month, as it is very important to our people and its community. As a fellow Native American citizen and student of Great Oak High School, it is known school-wide about the Indigenous Peoples Club that we represent and inform other students of us to let them know that no, we are not extinct, and no, we are all not the same. It is very important to me and my people that having the chance to show and give others an understanding of our culture is very special and rewarding to us and others. Native American Heritage Month holds high regarded importance amongst our people because it not only spreads awareness of us, but also spreads our cultural knowledge and understandings. Aside from that, being able to be a student and a daughter of a mother, shout out to Lila Villalobos, who practices our activities in daily life is very special and important to me because it's not a religion, it's just who we are and what we do naturally. Regarding receiving the proclamation, it stands as a reminder that we are living on the land that our people, not only a part of history, are the present and our future. It beggars belief that I have the opportunity to express my gratitude and thoughts on this matter that will be ending since this is the last year of all 5 years. And that wraps up all I have to say. Noshin Pilek Lovik, thank you very much.
Miriam Notung Tanaya Vaskijika, non Payamkowish, non Pachangowish, Nokiam Vasquez Gomez P. Tosbo. Hello, my name is Tanaya Vasquez, and I'm a member of Pachanga Band of Indians. I am a part of the Vasquez family and the Tosbo clan. I am grateful for the opportunity to be here and honored to receive this proclamation alongside my peers, friends, and fellow Indigenous students. I thank the City of Temecula for acknowledging this month and the Indigenous people who have lived on, cared for, and loved this land for generations. The honor to receive this proclamation serves as a reminder that Indigenous people are not only a part of history, but a part of the present and the future. We are still here, thriving, leading, and carrying on traditions, languages, and the values of our ancestors. As Native students during Native American Heritage Month, we recognize the importance of sharing the history of our people and our cultures, while also emphasizing the understanding of the ongoing resilience of Indigenous communities, cultural education, and amplification of Native voices. During this month, I encourage you and everyone in our community to learn more about and acknowledge the immense beauty and strength of Indigenous cultures and people. Recognition is important and empowering. Having a whole month dedicated to my culture brings me immeasurable pride. I am appreciative of the opportunity to show and give my peers a better understanding of my culture in collaboration with Great Oak High School Indigenous Peoples Club. Once more, thank you for recognizing this important month and continuing to honor and uplift Native voices and communities, not just in November, but year-round. Noshul Novik, thank you.
you. Thank you.
And we have some of those proclamations that were already requested on the table right next to the podium there. And I know we were going to have Native American Coalition here tonight too, if there's any representatives from the Native American Coalition. I don't see them, but we will make sure that we get the proclamations to them. And then we do have one public comment, as this is a business item number 2. So we do have one public comment. Erica, do you want to go ahead and call it?
And that public comment is from Eric Faulkner.
It'll be quick. Just want to pay my respects tonight to our Native American residents here and across the country. I just want to make a quick statement. Today, I proudly stand with you as we celebrate and recognize Native American Heritage Month, a time to honor the rich cultures, enduring traditions, and profound contributions of Native peoples, the first Americans, to our nation's history and future. We celebrate the resilience, wisdom, and strength of the first stewards and protectors of these lands, whose stories and legacy continually guide us even today. May this month inspire reflection, learning, and gratitude as we embrace the diversity that strengthens our communities and helps shape a brighter tomorrow for all. Noshun Lovik. I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you.
That concludes our public comments, and we have commissioner comments next, our executive director report, and then adjournment, followed by cupcakes outside in the lobby. So nobody leave yet. We've got chocolate cake or chocolate cupcakes and vanilla cupcakes. So with that, Chairwoman, I will turn it back to you to facilitate commissioner comments.
Thank you very much. I just want to thank you to everyone in the room this evening, certainly those of you from Great Oak High School who provided comments and gave us a nice insight into what it is that you do as a club. Ms. Commissioner Wilson, we're going to start with you tonight because Commissioner Lichters has decided that he needs to have a equitable parting tonight with comments. So we'll go on your side.
Sounds good. So, hi, I'm Commissioner Wilson. So this month, we honor the strength, wisdom, and enduring spirit of Native American communities. Your stories, your traditions, and connection to the land remind us of the deep roots that sustain our nation. May this month be a time of celebration, reflection, and renewed respect for the generations who have come before you. Your heritage is a living legacy. It's resilient, beautiful, and powerful. And what you exemplified this evening shows us that we have a brighter future coming. So thank you so much for being there, and you're truly welcome in our city every day. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll just keep going. Commissioner Steed?
Great. Yes, I just wanted to, again, thank you for being here from Great Oak High School. Native American Heritage Month is so important to our community. You are in the very fiber of everything that is Temecula Valley. So we appreciate you. We appreciate your culture. We appreciate you showing up and accepting these proclamations. And please continue to do what you're doing every single time you stand up in front of people and you educate people and you articulate everything that you stand for. And I think it's really important that we never forget that. So thank you for being here. I also want to take a quick moment to thank everybody else for being here because we have members of our schools here, our school board, our city council, our spouses are here tonight, our amazing community members that have come time and time again and really stood by us. We see you, right? You see us. I know you see us, but we see you every single day. We see you out in the community. You're doing amazing things. And we thank you for your love and support, and we will not forget this moment. Thank you.
Commissioner Lichters?
Thank you, Chair Pastoran. Beautiful presentation. Thank you to the students from Great Oak. That was amazing. Thank you for sharing your voice, your stories, yourselves. I just returned from a 3-day trip to El Paso where I got to experience some of the things that are happening on our southern border. And the most compelling thing of that time was to hear the stories of people who are impacted by what's going on at the border. There were some tragic stories. There were some stories of resilience, some stories of courage. And I think, for me, that's what this commission has been all about, is listening to the stories from our community, being a space where we can talk about things that are relevant and important in this community. And the diversity, the mosaic of this community is fabulous. And we are all part of that and have to remember that. My wife and I moved here to be near our grandbabies who are sitting over here, AJ and Cece, in August of 21. And somebody sold us a house or helped us buy a house and told me about the REDI Commission. Now, I moved here from DC. So when I came to Temecula to find out they had a REDI Commission, I was like, whoa, that's really impressive. That is very cool. And of course, there was an opening, and about a month after we moved here, my wife was like, you're already signing up for stuff. But I will be forever grateful to the City Council for appointing me to the REDI Commission, because it has been 4 years of just amazing opportunities to get to know the community, to serve, to be part of this. And when the decision was made to disband the REDI Commission, I invited the council to think about why the commission was stood up in the first place, and to remember that the problems that the commission was designed to address, talk about, engage in, they haven't gone away. It's gotten quiet, but the tension will come again. And so while we're in this space of planning for the future, to consider that the best time to plan for tension is when it's quiet. So let's not forget what the commission was stood up for. Let's not forget the beauty of the proclamations. Let's make sure that there is vivid space for the proclamations amongst all the business of the city. Let's make sure that we hear the voices and the stories of all the people in this community. There are still problems. There are problems with dehumanization across our country. I saw it vividly on the border. We see it in our communities. And we need to have space here to talk about that and to resolve some of these problems. I invite all of you who are part of this community to stay engaged, stay involved, come to the council meetings, come to the other meetings that are set up, come to the community celebrations, be part of it. Let's stand up with each other, for each other, and for those who are marginalized or who are struggling or who are in danger, let's stand beside them, and sometimes we need to stand in front of them. So it's been a great honor. Thank you to the council. Thank you to the staff. It's just been a great privilege. Thank you.
Vice Chair Evanoff?
All right. Well, first off, thank you to the students of Great Oak High School and the tribes in this region, not just Pechanga, but all the tribes in this region, for being an enduring example of strength and resilience. Truly an example to us all. On a personal note, I'd like to just say that it's been an absolute honor to serve the city of Temecula and to serve on this commission with such strong, smart, compassionate, passionate fellow commissioners. It has been truly an honor. As far as, and if you haven't guessed, I'm the one that blubbers and is the emotional one. You should see me around June time when we celebrate that month. Anyway, I just want to say that words can't really express my appreciation for Randy and Erica. I've learned so much from you, for your efforts and your strength and your guidance, wisdom, and every now and then elbowing me to tell me to shut up. I would like to also just say that I am very grateful to the City Council for their vision and for their courage to form the commission in the first place, and to the first commissioners, Eric and Denise and Jackie and everybody who was there at the beginning to really endure some of the very difficult early days. These people may not remember how rough it was, and truly those of us who came later stand on shoulders of greatness and great courage. I want to also, really, I think the greatest thanks goes out to all of those that came out here to the council chambers over the years for expressing opinions, not always stuff that we agree with, but always appreciate creating a sense of dialogue, which is really what the commission was all about, a sense of inclusion, a sense of creating a lasting sense of place and belonging. And just wanted to say thank you to all of those that came out here and took the time to celebrate different cultures and to celebrate different heritages. And lastly, although the commission does come to an end, as Commissioner Lecters has mentioned, the work shall never, ever end. Thank you.
Thank you. First, I want to acknowledge again and thank everybody for coming out and filling the room for our Native American Heritage Month. I have the distinct pleasure of being able to work alongside such amazing human beings that truly see people, see what it is that we're trying to do, and have a vision for where we're going. Since it's our last meeting, I'm just gonna put it all out there. So being able to stand alongside Club Advisor Ms. Carrie Burdick Rutz, the work that you do in Great Oak High School to acknowledge our Indigenous people is amazing, And our entire district benefits from that. I think I speak here for Dr. Price, who is in the room when I say that. You were instrumental in creating presentations that went out, you and your club members, that went out to the entirety of our district, from young, elementary, all the way up. And I know that they see the love, care, and passion that not only you have, but your members have with sharing the stories of our Indigenous people here in the Temecula Valley. Thank you for what it is that you do. And thank you for the members of your club that are here tonight. Working for Great Oak High School and being there every single day, we know, as you said, recognizing our Indigenous people runs strongly through our halls every single day. There is not a moment that we do not recognize Pechanga in everything that we do. And so I'm very, very grateful to stand alongside wonderful people like you. Being in the Temecula Valley as well, it is not just at Great Oak, it is everywhere, and is what we do, and we are able to really share those stories and continue to leave the legacy and keep your history, work alongside you, and collaborate so that those things are never forgotten. And this is continually something that we do, living in the present, and keeping this what it is, the work that we continue to do here, not only us, but through you, at the forefront of our actions. With that being said, being here from day one to where we are tonight, to the end, is quite an emotional piece, and I know some of us are not talking about it because it would be too much emotion, and some of us will talk about it. I just want to say thank you for the city to having the vision to put a REDI commission together, to be instrumental in creating an inaugural group that was able to create and put forth such an amazing thread of influence within the city. We know that the things that have developed from the quality of life plan all the way to our celebration for Culture Fest is part of what this group did. We know that while in the beginning, reading of proclamations was not necessarily what was intended for us, it became one of our greatest pleasures. One of the biggest things that we could do every single month to acknowledge, educate, and ace it every month, and we really embraced that. It gave us an opportunity to quite honestly be put in front of the most important people of our community, which is our young people. And that was probably the biggest, while it seemed came out of not the greatest of decisions, it ended up being the best thing for us. I have been excited to continually work with and stand alongside our partners with TVUSD, and know that while our work here in the city has come to an end, it will continually be woven into what our general plan continues to move toward. And you have an incredible group of people serving on that GPAC, some of which are sitting alongside me tonight. But also know that each one of us has a circle of influence, and we are still doing the work within our circle of influence. I think I speak for my colleagues when I say, if you're in this room tonight and you ever need anything, please reach out. Our circle of influence is not just here within the community of Temecula, but expands to much greater places as well, taking some of us to places that are close to the border. So just know that we are here, we are doing the work, and we continue to do the work and uplift our community in various ways. But we will always, once a REDI commissioner, we will always stand ready to serve this community and to serve the people of this community. So with that, thank you.
Yes.
It's your moment now.
Thank you, Chairwoman Pastorian.
I got lost in the moment.
Well, given that this is the last meeting of the REDI Commission, I wanted to make sure that the record was very decisive on the 5 years that you all spent doing the work that you did. So I have a PowerPoint presentation. So let's talk about how it all started. That is a screenshot of our very first meeting in January 2021. Hopefully you all can recognize yourselves. A lot's happened in 5 years. So this is how we all started in the middle of the pandemic. And in the summer and fall of 2020, the then City Council put together the REDI Commission. And you'll notice at the very first meeting, your city manager was there to welcome you, and your city attorney was there to tell you all about the rules. And there's nothing but smiles on this screen. So I wanted to definitely start with that. I'm going to run through the next few slides really quickly, but for the record, it should be known what you did. And so the City Council, the then City Council, and I'm going to say everyone's names because I want it for the record. Marianne Edwards, Mike Nagar, Matt Ron, Zach Schwenk, and James Stewart had the courage in the moment to put a group of individuals together to work on this work. They responded to the community's outright cries to give them something somewhere to be heard. The current council, numerous times, continued that work, allowed the community to continue to have that space. The commissioners over the years, Tiffany Baker, Stacia Deutsch, Adam Eventoff, Eric Faulkner, Ivy Harris, Imelda Huerta, Lyman Legters, Crystal Pastorian, Jackie Steed, and Denise Wilson. They gave everything they had, through good times and not so good times, through lots of tears, lots of hugs, lots of joys. And these are the things that they did. They made sure everything from operational, making sure that council equally engaged and were involved with internal and external meetings. There was a resolution supporting unity and racial equity in this community. We contracted with the National League of Cities. We had citywide diversity equity training, including with the council members. There was professional media relations training, including at the executive level and at the council level. Next slide, please. We worked with law enforcement. We worked with RSO to understand what their policies were on community engagement and community policing. We had one-way listening sessions that were done together with council members and staff and RSO. The commission was created. Next slide. The National League of Cities and the League helped with facilitating difficult conversations around this. Many mayors and council members, they had further discussions in small group gatherings and homeowners associations and coffee with council members in districts. And the law enforcement, based on our inquiries, we had the 8 Can't Wait slide deck. We had all of those things that we worked on. And this was a 3-year initiative, so it took time. Next slide, please. We finished a city council protocol manual. That was one of those things that it's like, okay, when the community shows up to engage with the council, how does that work? We worked with our council, but that came at the suggestion of REDI. Citywide policies and programs. We looked at a lot of our policies and looked at how we could be more inclusive of all segments of our community. Next slide. The budget now goes to every single one of the commissions before it goes to council. These are things that you said, if your money, where your money is, where your heart is. So where is the council spending money? They wanted to make sure that the commissions had a say in it too, and there was a council member that championed that as well. You worked on the quality of life master plan. We have an equity core value in our 20-year quality of life master plan because of you guys. 6 to 8 months worth of work that you guys did on that. That was a lot of work. Blue ribbon committees, all of that. Next slide. Culture Fest. Culture Fest. You guys helped bring on the Culture Fest. Proclamations. You guys changed the proclamation 3 times. The proclamation process 3 times, 3 years in a row. But you made lemonade and you made sure that the community could still reach you, come to you, and we had a safe space here. The Youth Housing Project, 6-month project. Council said, go figure out how the youth are gonna deal with housing now and into the future. You guys rolled up your sleeves, you did all that. Attendance at city events. For 5 years, you guys have been everywhere and anywhere. Murals, State of the Cities, chamber networking events, everywhere. Next slide. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything you have done for this community. There are too many to name. I see 2 of my favorite people in the background. They know who they are. They come here meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting, Larsons. And so it's like, thank you to the community, too many to name. Thank you to our operations team, Jonathan Hall, Chris Stryer, Erica Ramirez, Naomi Frantola. Thank you to the policy team here that as we were kicking this thing off, we were like, we weren't really, Aaron Adams, Kevin Hawkins, myself, we didn't really know what we were doing. We did the best that we could. 2, love you bunches, bro. My colleague over at the school district who worked tirelessly with all the club advisors, the student advisors, we kept moving and pivoting as we needed to in these last 5 years. And you killed it, man. You killed it. We did the best that we could. And personally, I have to thank 4 people. Jeff and Pat Comachero, and Chuck and Kathy Washington. Because there was a moment where a lot of us were having a really hard time. And we were receiving some not so nice comments. And I got phone call from all 4 of those individuals to give me strength, and then they said, give the commission strength. We got you, you got them. So this work is going to continue with or without political will. This work is going to continue no matter what, because everybody in here cares enough about the work. Every single segment of our community deserves representation. Ethnic, age, religious, whatever. Every single segment of our community. And these folks aren't going to quit. And these folks aren't going to quit. And those folks aren't going to quit. So with that, that concludes my final executive director's report, Madam Chair. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything. And we have cupcakes.
Again, thank you all for being here tonight on such an important night, a heartfelt night, for a multitude of reasons, but especially to celebrate Native American Heritage Month. Thank you once again for being here, and with that, our meeting is adjourned.